Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today what I got in store is something a little bit different again. Some older card games that I just want to check out with you all and open them up. I don't really know much about these games, but I really like the card game Magic the Gathering, and I thought it'd be worth checking out this one because if you can see at the bottom, this one also says Deckmaster, a Richard Garfield game. And if you know anything about Magic the Gathering, it is a Deckmaster, a Richard Garfield game. He actually made this game as well, and this game today is called Jihad. And I believe it is about a vampire battling game, which is, I believe, what it's about. And I think it came out in 1994. I have a starter deck and a booster pack right here. Yep, 1994 Wizard of the Coast. And these are pretty inexpensive. If you bought like a Magic the Gathering sealed pack from 1994, it would probably run you like $1,000 or a couple $100 or something insane when this was just like $5. So I thought it'd be worth checking out just to see like why this game didn't hold up like Magic the Gathering, since it is a Deckmaster game from Richard Garfield, the same creator of it. Why it flopped, why it didn't really hold around as strong as Magic the Gathering, and I just want to check it out and open up and see the art as well. I bet some of the art is also drawn by some of the cards from the game Magic the Gathering. So today, this is a starter deck I got of Jihad. I'm going to open it up. It's got the cellophane wrapper. Looks like it's got a little gold pull tag, so I'm just going to remove that. And I'm just going to check out the packaging. And this is quite old as well. This is a starter deck. And it says right here, yep, from the creators of Magic the Gathering comes an entirely new Deckmaster collectible trading card game based on White Wolf's popular storytelling game, Vampire the Masquerade. So it's based on Vampire the Masquerade. Intended for mature, so it looks like they're aiming for a mature audience. Maybe that's what killed this game. Intended for mature players, Jihad pits rival vampires against each other in a struggle for control over the sinister worlds of darkness, TM. You are an ancient Mesthula using political manipulation and forces to dominate other vampires to drain your opponent's blood pool. It's probably like life. The game is designed for 2 or more players. Each player needs a deck to play. The complete set contains over 400 cards. Wow, that's crazy. Full color illustrations by genre's most prominent artists. Join the Jihad, where blood is your weakness and your ultimate weapon. Contains rulebook and 76 collectible card games. So it's a 76 card deck, I believe. $8.95 is the original retail price. Wizard of the Coast, 6001. Got the barcode on the back. Got Jihad here. Got some interesting like symbol, like 3 circles put together, form some weird design right there. You got the old Deckmaster logo, Richard Garfield game. Just got a green box, says Jihad in the back. Wizards of the Coast, back when they had a lighthouse. Well, I think they still do. I just don't know if they showed as much. You got the paw down here, Garfield Games. And this is by White Wolf Game Studio. And on this side, just a bunch of other text. 1994, Wizard of the Coast. Blah, 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 a bunch of text. And let's just open it up and see what it's about. You can see the cardboard's a little bit yellowed. It is older, and it looks like there's cellophane inside it as well. Cool art. Oh, I was going to say, it actually looks like Ron Spencer, and boom, it is. I can tell that this game is going to be pretty fun. Well, I'm going to love the art at least. And you can see the back of it. It's got like a green back. The cards are actually facing this way, the text, and I'm just pull out a magic card as opposed to the text being this way. And I want to compare the size as well. So interesting. You can both see it says Deckmasters. But it's funny, Jihad is sideways. I wonder if you're supposed to put the deck kind of facing this way. And let's hope that there's a pull tab on here. And of course, I don't think there is. So I'm just going to have to try to rip it open. So it is cool to see an artist like Ron Spencer in this set, in this card game, because he is actually my favorite artist from Magic the Gathering. And it happens to be that he is the first card I see in this game, Jihad. And I wonder if the game actually failed because of the name Jihad. I'm sure that would be a lot of controversy nowadays. I'm kind of having trouble opening this. The cellophane, they should really have it on a pull tab. Rawr. There we go. There we go. And it does have a rulebook inside, so I'm curious about that just to see. I don't really know how to play this game or anything like that. So let's go ahead and pull out the rulebook. So, right off the bat, Jihad Deckmaster. Interesting. It shows the card facing this way, but really it's facing this way. A game of modern gothic horror. PhD. Whoa. Bunch of tiny little text here. Graphic design. Symbols. Jihad. Just kind of go through it. Got setup. Make a blood pool in 30 blood counters, glass beads, or other conventional counters. So I think you have 30 life. Choose edge counter. Separate vampire cards from library into your deck. Shuffle separately your vampire deck and library deck. So I think you have 2 decks in this game. Take ante from your library. So it is an ante game, which means there's gambling. Deal 4 vampire cards from your vampire deck into your inactive region, leaving 8 or more vampire cards in your vampire deck, henceforth known as the crypt. So the vampire deck is called the crypt. Set up the library and crypt aside, close hand. Draw a hand of 7 library cards from your library. You got phases, untap phase. The only mandatory phase. You got a master phase, you got a minion phase. A minion actions, you can make your minions bleed, employ retainer, encounter vampire in Thorpe, equip minions, hunt, leave Thorpe, recruit ally, reuse own vampire from Thorpe. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Probably not saying right, but that's okay. Take equipment from own minion. So it looks like you can be pretty mean to your minions. You got a combat round. Actions unblocked by prey or predator deemed successful. Influence phase, discard phase. So it seems to be interesting. I'm not sure if there's like 2 decks that you use to play this game. I just want to look at the card. So it shows you what tapped and untapped is. You got the title, the name of the card. You got the border, red border for minion, gray for master. You got a card type, disciplines, needed to play card. So like the mana cost, I would say, blood cost. You got the card text and the artist name. Interesting. Yeah, and a bunch of other text here. Quite a nice little pamphlet. Really like it. You got some symbols. I guess this is the sets or no. Action modifier, ally, combat, equipment, retainer. Interesting. A whole bunch of stuff going on here. Yeah, anyways, let's just go ahead and look at some of the cards. So the first card I saw was right here. Obedience. And this is definitely Ron Spencer. You can tell by like the veins on his body or like the detail work. Very cool. I just want to pull out a Magic the Gathering card and just hold it up to it to see the size of it. Should have gotten a Ron Spencer card. And they are exactly the same size, which makes sense because I do believe they are printed from the same place. Definitely looks like it. The text on this card is actually quite dark. And there's a lot going on. Got Ron Spencer's signature down there. 1994 illustration. So it's got like the same kind of illustration text, a little bit different. And I don't remember how this works. You got like, it looks like a tap symbol. Another symbol, you got a monster. It says, only usable when about to enter combat with acting younger vampire. Instead of entering combat, leave this vampire untapped and untap an acting vampire. The acting vampire's action is blocked and cannot perform the same action this turn as above, but the acting vampire is tapped. Not sure what that means. Not sure what that means. So it is cool to see a bunch of the same artists from Magic the Gathering. Got Eagle Sight. Got this guy with blood dripping on him. So there's going to be a lot of vampire scenes. +1 intercept. I guess for blocking. This vampire may attempt to block in any action of a minion. And this is by Larry McDougall. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of artists here. Another Amy Weber. This is definitely one from Magic the Gathering. Got the Harry Potter letter that he got from Hogwarts, except I think it's got blood all over it. You got the wax seal. Letter from Vienna. Master. So I guess this is a master card. And minions are black border. Got a police department. Oh man, stay away. Got the shady guy looking there. This definitely looks like some art from Magic the Gathering. Got the police car, got the deputies there, and the shady guy here. Master, unique location. Tap to gain press, only usable till end combat. Got movement of the slow body. Definitely art from Magic the Gathering. Really awesome. +2 to strength. Got these kids playing in an alley and this creepy vampire looking there. Stay away. You got IR goggles. Definitely Oculus Rift or something. Got this red guy going there. I'm not sure if he can see thermal or if that's just like the reality he's seeing with the goggles on. Lots of stuff going on. Got a rampage. Looks like this vampire's trying to get him. You got blood spurting from him. He's trying to bite him with the fangs. You got D. Burn any location. This action is at +1 stealth. If you choose a location you control, no flesh shall be spared. Mark 13. Got a sports bike. A sport bike. Vroom. Just like a red bike. Looks like a sport bike. Alright. Vehicle. +1 intercept. A minion can only have one vehicle at a time. A minion can only drive one thing at a time. Got a blood hunt. Really cool art right here. Wow, this poor guy's running. There's like a herd of vampires in the background. They all got like red eyes. Maybe that's like a feral cat. Got some bats in the sky. This guy's hanging on a rafter. That's an awesome picture. Very awesome. So this border is kind of blue now. This is a fame. It looks like it's a master card. I guess this is the gray border, so it means it's a master. It looks like a famous singer. This vampire's got some fame. And she's singing. Definitely feels like magic cards. Interesting backs on them. It's interesting how they're sideways. Interesting. So this game looks a little bit more complex than Magic the Gathering, definitely. And it's definitely intended, I guess, pushed towards a more mature audience, which they even state on the back of the packaging. Got a vortex captivation. Got this creepy looking guy. Looks like he's woken up in his bed, staring at this guy with red eyes. Just like nasty looking. By Stuart Beale. There's a whole lot going on in these cards. Really interesting. Play when the acting vampire's vote succeeds. The vampire gains blood from the blood bank equal to the amount of votes passed by as above, but up to 2 of the blood can go to your blood pool. Like, these cards are very complex. There's a whole lot going on. I guess there's like voting in this game. You can like gain blood, and not really sure how to do it. Not sure what D is as well. This is another master card. Really cool art by Anson Maddox. Got the lovely orange background, some creepy skull guy, and he's grabbing this poor person. Really strong, like long, sharp fingernails. Gross. Got a Bruja Frenzy. I'm not really sure why this game is called Jihad. It doesn't make sense. It should be called just like Vampire or like Vampire. Not sure. Cool red background, kind of like watercolors going on, and these blue silhouette ghost bodies up here. Master out of turn. This card doesn't have any markings right here. I'm not sure how you play this. Got an Anarch Troublemaker. He's got some tattoos on his face. Got his dreadlocks going on. A bunch of, like, what is that from? Like, Unholy Strength in the background. Like an Antarctic thing. A Unique Master. Byron Wackwiz. Oh, this is a really cool picture. Really lovely art. Lovely yellows and oranges and some reds. Blue shading again. Like a silhouette figure. This woman's just looking off into the city. Interesting. I'm not sure what this is, but it looks way different, this card. Got Dancing Donna. She's got like a picture frame looking thing, like an oval. 2 hand damage. 6. Bunch of symbols down here. Looks like bathroom tiles with blood all over it. And she's got her nice little clothes on. These are different. I'm going to set these aside. This is a Cortland Legion. Not sure. Looks like there's a skeleton key there. He's drinking his wine, but that's probably blood. Got the stained glass in the background. He's got his suit on. A lot of blues in these colors. Got Sir Walter Nash. Just looks like a boring businessman. Got a key in the corner. Got his red tie on. Prince of Chicago. Yep, he runs the business. This is a cool card. Lex Telenus. Not sure. He's like reading something. It looks like his eyes are closed a bit. Is he crying? It's hard to tell. He's got some scroll in his hand. Really cool depth. 1 stealth. All kindred. Political card. Worth vote 1. Not really sure. Cool. Really liking the art on this set. I'm not sure what these cards are. These could be the vampire cards. This is another vampire. She's just hanging out. Got some blue fire in the background. Got a pendant on, and she got her arms up kind of like in a weird little manner, like she's about to pounce. Got 2 blood there. I think it costs 2 blood to play. Look at this. Crazy hair. Marinda Sanova. Very pale. Got some tattoos around her eyes. Got some like belt on her upper arm. And crazy colored hair. Purple lips. Promigin Rota attempting to block Marinda have -1 intercept. And this costs 8 blood. Interesting. Look at this guy. Looks like a pirate. He's got some piercings, got some fangs, and he's got his leather on and some like looks like brass knuckles or like studded knuckles. Even though I don't know why he needs it if he's a vampire. And got his little skull cap on. Another one with the bathroom tiles in the background with blood on them. She's holding her little dog in this picture. I guess vampires have dogs too. Dee Dee Myers got like a little leaf over there. It's hard to tell. Maybe that's like which clan they belong to. Got the artist name there. 5 blood, I believe. And just weird bathroom tiles in the background. Another one. Look at her. She's just like contorting her arm all around her, holding like a staff in one hand. Really pale, like white skin and like kind of bluish white hair. A lot of blue to red, kind of like the art. Really nice reflection on the shirt. And crazy. Really feeling the art on this. Really feeling very dark. This is another one. Really like the oranges over here. The fade to like the green and gray. Awesome picture. This is a vampire. 5 blood. Helena Casimir looks like he's drinking her blood tea. Got some blood spilling down her. She doesn't need a napkin because she doesn't care. Really cool watercolors going on there. +1 bleed. Got a Ura Winter. Definitely the hair. Crazy look. Marge Simpson, white hair in the background. Nice little watercolors. Beautiful art. Doug Georgie. Got Master Sculptor. She's a sculptor. She's standing there posing. Looks like very blue color. Really like it. I'm not sure what the background is. Is it roses petaled out in the background? In an interesting oval shape. Kind of like it. Dan Smith. Got this guy. He's posing for his family portrait. Gonna have this posted on his wall. Got the red curtains in the background. And he's wearing his best clothes. It looks like he's holding some dragon head cane. And it says Lozargus can do 1R damage. Got a Johnny Casey. This is definitely Black Vice and like from Magic the Gathering. I bet that's the same artist. Richard Thomas. He's holding his voodoo doll, drinking some potion, poking it, and he's got that evil like kind of stare in his eyes with no emotions. Rawr. Definitely reminds me of Black Vice. Look at this guy. This is just Sammy. You know, Sammy from down the block, just hanging out in his jail cell, looking real creepy, like really dark. A little bit of sun coming through there. Probably not. Maybe just a light because I feel like sun would burn him. He just looks real nasty. Pete Ventures, 4 blood. Looks like a creep. Got a Dread Gaze. Just that creepy stare. Rawr. Gain 2 votes. Only usable during political action. As above, but gain 4 votes. Not sure how that works. Got a Surprise Influence. He's coming to let you know who to really vote for. He said, surprise, vote for this. All kindred, only usable during political action. Really blue guy, red eyes. Freaking out this guy. Definitely freaking me out. Got a blood doll. She's extremely pale. Looks like she's got the blood sucked out of her. Got her neck bitten. Really thick lips and really like white hair. It's a master. It's drawn by Anderson Maddox. Poor person. Got Saturday Night Special. Look at that. It's like a revolver. Really cool art. Nice red background. Just showing that it's full of bullets. Weapon, gun, 1R each strike with an option to maneuver each combat. Be curious to see how this game works. Now this looks sweet. Got Jeff Rebner. Wonderful art. This girl's tattooed up like crazy. Just like blood spraying everywhere. It's hard to tell what's going on. I'm not sure if he's a vampire or she's a vampire. Maybe they're both vampires fighting each other. She kind of reminds me of that girl from Batman with the baseball bat. I can't remember her name. And they're just fighting. There's blood everywhere. Tattoos and what a mess. Look at this art. Really cool. Really soft colors. Like a big wall. Got like sun or something and wind swooping out there. Got a bunch of heads in the background. Harold McNeil. Really lovely art. Really lovely. It's like they're trapped in a city. Got a bewitching Oraton. She's holding up her hands. Looks like energy's coming off them. Got the orange and yellow in the background. Really dark color. And she's doing some magic. Only usable but during political action. Gain 2 votes. As above but gain 4 votes. I'm not sure what that means. It says gain 2 votes. Then as above but gain 4 votes. So which one do you get? 2 or 4? Look at this. It's like a flower made of blood. Crazy. L.A. Williams. So the art in this game is definitely amazing. It seems a little bit more complex than Magic the Gathering. I certainly don't know how to play it right now, but then again, I haven't really sat down and tried it. Just going at it with you all. Illegal search and seizure. Look at that. This guy just hanging out in an alley. They got him under gunpoint while they're searching him down. So it looks like there's cops in this game. And it looks like there's also... Sorry, my alarm went off. It looks like there's also some sort of like vampires versus cops. I'm not sure if one person is a vampire and one person is a cop. I think you're both vampires fighting each other, but cops get in the way. You got a master. Burn any one weapon that costs more than 2 pool, or that does more than 3 damage. The bearer of the weapon suffers 1 damage, which cannot be prevented. So pretty much take away a weapon. So if someone has like that gun, I guess this is the weapon. If someone has this gun, you can take it away. Interesting. So send the police to take away the weapon. Got a political backlash. No one likes what he has to say. They're all grabbing him. They're going to just whoop his butt. He's got orange hair. Got something. Maybe sheet music in his hands. Hard to tell. Usable only when vote fails. Got a flak jacket. Cool jacket. Green. Looks really buff. And equipment prevents 1 damage each combat. So put in some armor. Oh, this is cool. Definitely spotlight picture. Lovely yellows. Love the shadow of the person. This is lovely art. Mike Rabe. Beautiful. Love it. Legal manipulations. Monsters, we are. Not sure what this is, but he looks like a smart vampire because he's got his glasses on, and he's got his fangs, and he's got paper in his hands. Really interesting, like, detail work on his fingers. Kind of look old and creepy. Stuart Beale. Got a Majesty. Hanging out, blue background. Looks like they're all bowing to her. It's the Liliana of this game. Let me see something real quick. Alright, and we're back. And the card I'm on is Presents. And it looks like, not sure if he's holding like a martini glass and there's just people walking in the background, but it seems like everyone's great except this person in the middle. Looks like they're trying to focus on that. Looks like they're in the sun, so I'm not sure if in this universe vampires can walk out in the daylight. It's hard to tell. Looks like they're in some sort of setting with like arched windows, maybe it's like a church. It's a master skill. Playing vampire. The vampire has presence and 1 greater blood capacity. If vampire already has presence, it now has superior presence. This makes a vampire 1 generation older. Cannot be played on a vampire with superior presence. So it looks like there's rankings in vampires. However, I guess the older, the wiser, and the stronger they get. And they have blood capacity, which I think could be how much blood they can take. So the capacity for this guy is 4. That's what I'm guessing. I just noticed that interesting little mask going on. Poor Sammy. Got a fast reaction. Got the red blood in the eyes. Got our interesting earrings on. Really cool. Really like this picture. Really clean detail work on this. Lovely. Mike Rabe. Really sweet art. Got to read intentions. Love this picture too. You can see inside their eye and you can see someone in the background. Looks like they're lunging at you with some sort of knife or some sort of weapon. Beautiful. Because when I see this, I focus on what they're seeing. I don't just focus on their eye. Love it. Press only usable to end combat. Dodge. So, dodge. Got a disrupt territory. Got the strong guy with some interesting tattoo on his chest. And looks like someone pepper sprayed his eyes. Quite red. He's got some blood dripping down. And again, he's in the bathroom with tiles. Got a minion trap. Oh, the poor minions. I feel like the minions in this game just get used for food. He's got his blue glasses on. Interesting like waves of orange and yellow in the background. It's like he's just biting her. I wonder if she's going to turn into a vampire or just die. It's a master. Move as much blood as you want from one of the vampires you control to your blood pool. I guess blood in this game is similar to mana. I'm just guessing. You got Ascendant. You got this monk guy ascending, gaining his consciousness. Interesting like black and blue vortex in the background. His eyes are closed, just looking up and flying. Master, gain 1 pool. I don't know if he's a vampire or just a monk. This is cool art. This is awesome. Oops, it looks like there's a little pile here. Looks like he's going to bite this guy in the arm. You can see someone's trying to stab him with a wooden stake. So I think in this universe, wooden stakes will kill them. Wake with evening's freshness. So it looks like he was sleeping and just about to get stabbed. And he caught him. Interesting. He's got blue fingernails, or she does. Got the fangs. Who's going to win this fight? I don't know. Do not replace until after combat. Usable only by a tapped vampire. This vampire can play reaction cards and attempt to block as though untapped until this current action is concluded. So I think reaction cards are like instants, I'm guessing. And action is probably like the stack. Oh, this is cool. This reminds me of a Dark Ritual for whatever reason. Gleams of red eyes. Got the red eyes just peering over the city, looking for food. Buildings in the background. No one's really out at night because no one wants to be out at night because you will be eaten. It's a press maneuver. Harold McNeil. Awesome. I love this art too. Really nice like detail work. Even though it's like not super precise, I really like the kind of, I don't know, like staticky feel to the picture. I really like it. You got some white to red over here. I'm not sure what it is, but looks like he's doing some sort of magic. You just got his shadow there. And is this the top of a building? It's hard to tell, but I just really love the colors and the shading and how it just kind of merges together. Beautiful. It looks like they're standing on the end of a cliff and looks like maybe it's the tower of a building. Maybe it's on fire, maybe he's blowing it out, or maybe he's sucking out energy. Anyways, lovely art. A laptop computer. This is about right, 1994. Got the trackball there. Got some weird little dragon in the background. Looks like he wants to purchase this amulet from eBay, or he already did. Got his credit card right there. Looks like an old ThinkPad. Awesome. Equipment, +1 bleed. A minion may have no more than one laptop computer at a time. You hear that? Only one laptop at a time. Got a seduction. Looks like the eyes are seducing this woman. It looks like this vampire bat just swooped her, grabbed her. You can see one of his arms is wrapped around her, and he's just feeding on her. Lovely art. Creepy looking eyes. Got to dominate this guy. This still looks like Douglas Schulter. Definitely looks like some art. Unholy Strength, possibly. Or no, Weakness. The Weakness card from Magic the Gathering. Definitely looks like that artist. Got the books in the background. This guy's kneeling. He's got the power. His eyes don't even look open. Oh no, they're just red. Oh, this is sweet. Thrown sewer lid. So he picked up the sewer lid and just tossed it. Lovely rainbow colors in the background. Looks like he's doing some weird dance move. Just throwing a sewer lid like it's a frisbee. Strike 3R. Only usable at long range. So I guess there's range in this game. Strike as above with optional press. So if you decide to put press, you can let the press know that you hit someone with the sewer lid. Got a computer hacking. This guy's smoking his cigarette. Got his Rubik's Cube in the background. Got a skull, some books there. I wonder what those books are. I don't know. I really like this art. Really cool. Just staring at the computer. So close. Looks like he hasn't shaved in a couple days. And it has D, bleed at +1. Brian Snoddy. Fun art. Short-term investment. Wall Street. Got blood all over the paper because it is all blood money. Got an old calculator. What is it? The TI-86? I doubt it. I'm not sure what that says. Awesome. Got the newspaper. Got like some stocks or bonds in the background. A calculator and just blood everywhere. The Wall Street Journal. Master. Fun art. Who drew this? Brian Snoddy. So there's quite a few of the same artists. Got a peace treaty. Looks like there's a rifle and a handgun and some like fiery target, and they're burning the target. +1 stealth. All kindred. Political card worth 1 vote. Successful vote means all weapons are buried. Each Methuselah can retain any of his or her weapons by repaying their cost to equipped. Amy Weber. Not sure what this card really does, but looks like the target's on fire and bullets are on fire. Got conditioning. Got this guy in the purple vest, or the purple robe, and this guy in the red robe. Got the artist signature right there. He's looking at him all creepy. He's got red eyes. He's got dark eyes. He looks evil. He does too still. +2 bleed, +3 bleed. So I'm not sure what that means. +2 bleed, +3 bleed. Not sure if that has to do with how old your vampire is. Maybe if they're older, they can get the +3 bleed. Maybe if they're younger, they get the +2 bleed. No more than 1 of bonding. Conditioning or threats can be played in a single action. Not sure. You got looks like some businessman just hanging out, going to Wall Street. Looks very skeleton-y, his hands. He's got skulls on his cufflinks. Definitely not good. Shows that business is bad at that level. Interesting little briefcase. Got the American flag there. I wonder if they sold this card game with the American flag for all countries. Interesting. Oh, this is an interesting art. Claws of Dead. Looks like this person is playing with their little rat. Got crazy little claws. Blood everywhere. I'm not sure if it's their own blood or the rat's blood. Looks like the rat's just hanging out with him. Looks like a child just drawing in blood. Usually they draw with crayons, but in this case, they draw with blood. And of course it's creepy. And of course it's Ron Spencer. Wow, I've never really seen art like this from Ron Spencer. That's awesome. Got an earth control. This guy's literally just coming out of the ground, coming out of the graveyard. Some weird symbol in the background. Got a graveyard. He's just halfway through the ground. Not sure, scratching his way through. Got light coming from his fingers. And he kind of looks like Shaggy. +1 stealth, +2 stealth. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like the bolded text have to do with like if your vampire is older or something. I'm just guessing. Unflinching persistence. This guy's flying in the air. Looks like he's bleeding and doesn't even realize it. He's just cut and gashed and got mist of blood spraying everywhere, and he's still coming at you. Boom. Got a rapid healing. I feel like all the cards in this deck are different, which is fun. +1 stealth. This guy just got his arm mauled apart and it looks like he's trying to heal. He's grabbing really hard on whatever this is. Just like crunching it. He's in like a sewer, it looks like, and he's trying to heal himself. Ouch. I'm surprised he can hold his arm up. Got a telepathic counter. This guy's coming at her with a knife and she's just like, no means no. Boom. Knife be gone. Oh, this is the first card that I know I got already. Surprise Influence. Looks like I got another Blood Doll. I got a sawed-off shotgun. Now that's a card. You can tell he just shot it because he cocked it and the empty shell got kicked out. Got some of the smoke coming out. You don't even see his face because it's not even important. What's important is you got a big gun sticking at you. Don't mess with that. Lovely art. Mark Tedden. Weapon, gun, 3R, only usable once per combat. Lovely art. Ancient Influence. You got the city in the background. Lightning striking the city. Looks like some eyes and his hands are shooting lightning from the fingertips just into the city. Awesome picture. Really sweet. Pete Ventures. It's wonderful. Got a fake out. Looks like it was going to hit the skull, but then boop, around it. So like lightning bolt to the skull, but then one around it. Interesting background. Do not replace until after combat maneuver. Another one of these. Bewitched Operation Acrobatics. This guy's flying in a cave somewhere, just working out. Douglas Schulter definitely looks like the same kind of face. Let me see. A lot of his faces look very similar. I just want to find it. From like that card Weakness, I believe, from Magic the Gathering. Like, look at this. He only does like the same kind of face. They just all look like from the same weird family. Whatever. So yeah, pretty interesting to open up this pack. Really cool to see this art. A lot of the same artists from Magic the Gathering, which would be to be expected because this is from Deckmaster and it is from Richard Garfield. And I guess he was a PhD. I think these are the vampires. I'm not sure how to tell rarity or anything like that in this game. I'm sure that there was a couple of rares in this pack, but I don't really know. Maybe it has to do with the color. Maybe these are the rares. It's possible that these lighter ones are the rares, but then again, I really don't know. I'm just kind of guessing. A lot of cool art, really dark colors. There's nothing too happy in this game, to be honest. Just lots of blood and vampires and police and business, and looks like you get vote a lot, and there's like blood points. Very dark, definitely intended for a mature audience. Maybe that's possibly why this game didn't last, and I do feel like it's a bit complicated. Don't really know how to play it, but here's the rulebook as well. Yeah, anyways, I just want to check out this booster pack as well. It is pretty wild to say that this booster pack is from 1994. That is so old from now, and it's really not worth a whole lot. I think I got it for $5, and if this was definitely a booster pack from Magic the Gathering, it would be worth way more than $5. I probably couldn't even afford it right now, and I know I couldn't. And the thing I noticed about this is it actually contains 19 collectible game cards, because it does feel quite thick. Definitely feels like the same packager who printed Magic the Gathering cards. Let's just see. How do I get this to show up? Printed in Belgium by Carta Mundi. From the creators of Magic the Gathering comes an entirely new Deckmaster collectible trading card game based on White Wolf's popular storytelling game Vampire Masquerade. Intended for two or more mature players. So there again, the mature, they're really pushing for older audience. Puts rival vampires against each other in a struggle to control over sinister worlds of darkness. Anything else it says here? Let's just check it out. 1994 Wizard of the Coast. Jihad. Looks like it's retail for $2.75. Yeah, so you got like the Jihad logo here. It's red on here instead of the starter deck. It was just like kind of blue. Richard Garfield game, 19 collectible cards, booster packs. And yeah, let's just open it up and see what's inside of it. Definitely looks like a really thick amount of cards right there. Not sure how this works, how the rares are. Maybe in the back. Got a disguised weapon. Looks like it's a pocket watch that turned into a shuriken. Got the orange in the background, the pocket watch. Equip this vampire with a weapon card from your hand, only usable at the beginning of a round. Pay weapons cost from blood pool as normal, as above, but not usable when choosing a strike. These cards have a lot going on. It seems pretty complex, this game. Maybe not as complex. Maybe more complex than Magic the Gathering. Maybe that's why I didn't catch on. Just too much going on. And when I was a kid, I never heard about this game. I heard about Magic the Gathering when I was quite young, but I never heard about this. I guess the mature audience really didn't make it easy for them. Got presents. Definitely got this card from my deck over there. Got the lady in blue walking in the middle. You got a brainwash. Look at that art. Really wrinkly face. Crazy bloodshot eyes. Got a little bit of a mustache and crazy fangs. Whoa. Put on uncontrolled vampire of your prey. No more transfers can be made to this vampire. Any minion may burn this card as an action, which would be at +1 stealth. See, there's just a lot going on, a big mouthful of text. There's transfers from like the blood you can put on each other. They say you got to play with counters. You get like 30 glass counters at the beginning. Burn, I think, is destroy, because you burn vampires. And +1 stealth, I'm not sure. There's just a lot going on. Probably need a whole lot of counters to play this game. Face tracker's definitely picking up on her. It's +1 stealth, all kindred, political card, worth 1 vote. Looks like she's got a rose. Looks like she's in like a jail cell or something. Just got like really dark colors in the background, red velvet vest. And yeah, not sure why she's holding a rose. Got a fast reaction. Really like this art. Really awesome. Reminds me of like anime or something. Crazy red eyes, just looking behind her back, turning around real fast. Got read intentions again. Looking in the eye, you see the guy coming at you with the wooden stake. Got a misdirection. Cool art. Looks like some compass. Got west, south, east, south. Which way is which? Awesome. Bermuda Triangle. Master, tap X minions. Looks like it's X blood to play this card. And this is by Mark Poole. I'm sure everyone knows him. Awesome. Misdirection. Got wake with evening's freshness. Got Gleam of red eyes. And these are cards I've gotten again. This looks like Ron Spencer. It is Ron Spencer. You got this woman buried underground, it looks like. Is it a cross section of the ground? She's sleeping with skeletons under there. She's like hugging this dead cat creature. And one day she'll wake up from there. She's just taking a little earth rest. Earth meld. Meld with the earth. Strike. Combat ends. Strike. Combat ends. Untap this vampire. It's weird that there's like bolded text and non-bolded text. I really think that the bolded text has to do with how old or wise your vampire is. Something weird like that. Got in there dominate. Wow. Got a Zach North. Look at this guy. He's like a beast caller. 2 hand damage. 6 blood. Zach North. He's got his like hunting cap on. Yep. Probably has wolves following him. Really beautiful art. Really burly looking. Lots of hair going on. Red eyes. Rawr. So I guess you do get some vampire cards. Maybe these are the rares. It's hard to tell. Got a Roman Alexander. He's got his weird red shirt on. Got his jeans on. He's doing like weird modeling. Got black hair. Kind of green eyes. A mean looking face. Nah, I like this guy looking better. I do. And then I got another one. Got the Mrs. Hulk vampire. St. Clair. Got purple eyes going on. Kind of a purple cloak on. White hair. Green face. Purple lips and purple eyes. Promogen. Not sure. 7 blood counters. Awesome. So we get quite a few of these, I think, vampire cards here. Got this guy. Looks like he's from the 1800s. Got like border on here. Not sure what the background is. Just looks like crumpled paper. And kind of browns and whites and a little bit of grays going on in the picture. Prince of Boston. And Morgan. Not sure what this is. She's hanging out, just wearing her like dress in the blue background in the night. Unique retainer, 1 life, +1 bleed. You got a Manthron. Not sure what that is, but this poor guy looks dead. Looks like he's drained, completely pale. She came in through the window, feasted on him, and now she's gone. Just ended his life. Allow vampires to deliberize a vampire rather than let the vampire go to torpor. Not usable by a vampire that is going to torpor. I think that's like death. Thou shalt not slay the shrine and drink the heart's blood. The Book of Nod. Loyal Street Gang. They're a loyal street gang. Really nice faded picture, nice foreground. And you can see in the background there's a whole bunch of other guys. You got the anarchist symbol on their chest. The main business. They're pointing right at me. They're about to start something. 2 life, 1 damage, 0 bleed. Blood brother, lay down. Your life for me? Huh. Interesting. Loyal Street Gang. Asylum Hunting Ground. Nice, like, shadowy picture. A lot of watercolors kind of looking faded everywhere. You got this creeping guy just walking through trying to escape the asylum. Master unique location. I think this is the cost down here. Very interesting, this card game. Very interesting. Really like the art. A lot of the same artists from Magic the Gathering. The cards are the same size as Magic the Gathering cards because I do believe they were printed in the same exact area. Oh wow, I just noticed. On the back of these cards, I believe are the vampire cards compared to just the deck cards. So vampire cards I believe are brown. Deck cards I believe are green. And they all have Jihad, Deckmaster on it. And the art is cool. The game seems a lot more complex than Magic the Gathering. It's definitely focused to a more mature audience. A lot of blood, a lot of just like dark themes in this picture. Nothing really like elfy or happy or little like creatures or anything like that. Mostly really dark themes. I just feel like this game might have been a little bit more complex, and they tried to push this game out right when Magic the Gathering happened, and that was really popular, and so this kind of got overshadowed by Magic the Gathering. And Magic the Gathering was more wide audience. It worked for older people and younger people instead of just going for one. So I feel like that's why this flopped, just because it's a little bit more complex and it was only marketed toward an older crowd when they should have been more broad and made it for kind of both of the crowds. Anyways, really cool to check out these cards. Got a whole bunch in here. I'm not sure if they're worth a whole lot. I don't think so. Just a lot of fun to open them up and just see different old card games from back in the era. Got a cool bunch of vampires right here. Really like the art on these, kind of like the setup of them. And yeah, interesting that the booster packs come with 19 cards. I thought they'd come with the same amount of cards for the old Magic the Gathering booster packs. The starter deck also came with 76 collectible cards. An interesting name, Jihad. I'm not sure why they picked that. That could be also a downfall for it. Anyways, thought this was a lot of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you on the next one.